Hello, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss another scenario where we are using alter command in order to add constraint. Okay, so for that, first of all, we will create one table which will contain three columns: employee ID, employee name, and employee age. So let me show you that query which we are using for create that table, and then we will try to insert some data with check constraint and without check constraint. So the table query is create or replace table employee, empid integer primary key, employee name varchar 50 and employee age integer. Now just simply hit enter on this query. It will create a table for you. Now quickly we will look at the schema of this table. So I will run one query to show you the columns that it contains. Select star from Sharmit 1 slash employee, then simply hit enter. So you can see there are three columns: employee ID, employee name, and employee age. Now what we will do, we will try to insert some data to this table. So insert into Sharmit1 slash employee, then simply take F4 and hit enter. Here I will put some ID, let's say EMP1 as employee name and age as 20. Okay, now simply hit enter. So it is inserted. If I run the query again, you can see the data is inserted. Suppose similar kind of data we have multiple times, like let's say we have 20,000 records in a file. Now there is a requirement where we want to check for this particular value that whatever the employee we are storing here, its age should be greater than or equal to 18. So for that we need to add constraint. So let me show you like how we can add constraint without affecting the previous stored data. Okay, and as we know, like deletion of table is not a solution. Like if you are thinking like we can delete this and we can recreate the table with check constraint, though this is the wrong approach, because in that case you are going to lose your entire data, and which is not correct, right? So for that we will use alter command. So let me show you how to use that. So first of all, I will show you the program where we are using that query. So in my program, I'm using one constant which is SQL state underscore valid of 5 times zeros. This thing we will use to verify the query whether it is executed successfully or not. Below to this we are using we are setting the commitment control as star none, and then we are using the alter command exec SQL alter table name. So employee is my table name. Add constraint. Here we are adding the constraint. chk underscore age. Check is a keyword. Employee age should be greater than or equals to 18. So by this query we are instructing table that whatever the value you are receiving for each column should be greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so this is the main query that for which we are creating the session, like how to alter the table in order to add the constraint check age or check. Okay, once this query is executed, we will verify the query. So here I'm checking it. If SQL state equals to SQL state underscore valid, display table altered successfully, else display SQL state query ended with an error, and if and star INR equals to star on. Okay, now simply go and save this program, compile it and call it. So once it is compiled, we will call this program. So let me call this. We got the message table altered successfully. It means now the check constraint is added to that particular column. So to verify that, firstly I will show you that data is as it is. There is no impact of this constraint on data. Now we will try to insert some data which is not fulfilling the age criteria of our column. So let me insert it as employee ID 2, employee name EMP2 and age as 15. So if I hit enter, you can see it is showing the message insert, update or merge not allowed by check constraint. If you take F1 here to see more about this, you can see the value being inserted or updated does not match the criteria of check constraint chk underscore age. Okay, so it means now we have successfully added the constraint to this table. If same thing I will try to insert but with the value which we have specified in the table, let's say 18, so it is inserted. Why? Because in check constraint condition we have mentioned that either it should be equal to 18 or it should be greater than 18. So that's why it is taking 18, but value lesser than 18 is not accepted and it will give error because we are using check constraint. Okay, so this is the entire process through which we can add constraint, check constraint to the existing table using alter command. So I hope this is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.